My name is Tracy. I met my husband, who is the same age as me, through a mutual friend, and we got married at the age of 30. Our marriage started smoothly, like being friends, but then my husband Aaron started coming home late and couldn't let go of his phone even at home. Even on his days off, he would go out or come home late. I didn't want to think about it, but I suspected a little bit of infidelity, and it turned out to be true. Nice to meet you. You're Aaron's wife now, right? Yes, that's right. But what do you mean by now? And may I ask who I'm speaking to? I'm Lauren. I work with Aaron, and I'm a hot, young 22-year-old. Oh, all right. Do you need something from me? Did my husband do something? Recently, Aaron has been saying that you might be suspecting him of cheating. That's why we haven't texted or seen each other that much. So I thought maybe I should just convince you, his wife, and that's why I contacted you. Convince me? What? I'm sorry, but I can't follow your story. So I'm asking you not to interfere because Aaron and I love each other. We can be happy together if you're not around. So, are you openly declaring that you're cheating? Uh-huh. He told me that things weren't going well with you, and he said he would leave you soon and be with me. Excuse me? There hasn't been any talk of divorce or anything like that. Even if he didn't bring it up, you should have been able to tell from the atmosphere. Besides, he hasn't been spending time with you because he's been with me on the weekends. He says he feels more comfortable being with me. I see. I'll talk to him. This is a problem between the two of us. But of course you'll agree to the divorce, right? Because you wouldn't like the idea of a woman like me being around you, do you? Cheating is unacceptable, but divorcing isn't that easy. Why not? If you claim for compensation and get a divorce, you'll live a life of luxury. What do you mean? Because Aaron makes about $500,000 a year, right? I'm not sure because he works in a different department, but he only wears designer clothes. He must have money for sure. It's true that he likes designer brands. I definitely don't want to let him go. I'll be looking forward to the report on your divorce. Bye. Well, I thought Aaron might be cheating, but I never expected to receive such a provocative messages from his mistress. When I showed the messages to him, he admitted to cheating and begged me not to divorce him. I had a lot of things to say about the affair, but I still loved him at that time, so I decided to forgive him just once. But a few weeks later, have you still not divorced him? I told you that your husband was cheating, didn't I? Oh, Lauren, right? You caught me off guard the other day. Cut to the chase, we're not getting divorced. We're going to work things out again. Excuse me? Why? Are you so desperate that you need him to live? What do you mean by that? You're a full-time housewife. You got cheated on because you're so dependent on him. Did Aaron tell you anything? He said it was a pain for him to stay at home because you're always there. Are you sure? Did he really say that? There are other things, you know. He said he has no place for him at home. Or that he earns money, but he can't use it because you're managing it. It seems like he's really stressed. He's the one making the money, so let him use it on whatever he wants. But he was the one who asked me to take care of our finances when we got married. He said that was a big mistake. I work and support myself, and I also use money. Aaron and I went shopping together the other day, and it was so much fun. Have you been on shopping dates with Aaron lately? Oh, silly me. He's with me on his days off, so of course you haven't. I guess we haven't recently. Do you honestly enjoy such a married life? I wouldn't if I were you. Oh, I had so much fun buying designer brand items with him. I guess that's what it means to earn $500,000 a year. You bought that many items, huh? He bought things not just for himself, but he basically dressed me in designer clothes from head to toe. And it wasn't even my birthday or anniversary. I see. But that's not recent, right? I decided to forget about things that happened before when we had that talk to start over. Whatever. I know for sure that he prefers being with me. Oh, by the way, I'll be coming over to your house this weekend. Huh? Why are you coming to our house? Aaron hasn't told you? Our colleagues are planning a party at your house. A party? This weekend? That's in 2 days. You need to communicate with your husband more. I'm looking forward to meeting you. But you said before that you're in a different department. Why are you coming over then? Well, we work in the same company, and my boss and others are coming, so he wants a young girl like me to keep them entertained. I don't think you are fit for that. I see. But you have some nerve showing up at my place like it's nothing. I don't mind, you know. Even if everyone finds out at the party that he and I are together. But there will be bosses and others, so if it gets out, it's you and Aaron that'll be in trouble. You're quite confident, aren't you? I hope you take some time to think about how you should behave and carry yourself at the party this weekend. On the day of the party, I met Lauren for the first time, but we didn't talk much. She was not only cute, but also beautiful, and her style was perfect as a woman with well-groomed hair, nails, and body. The men around her were all charmed by her, and unfortunately, my husband was one of those men. The next day, thanks for yesterday. You were quite impressive doing this and that all over the house. I had to entertain Aaron's boss, and everyone seemed to be glued to me. Sorry I couldn't help with anything. Thank you for coming to our place. Has Aaron returned? No, he said he will be working late today, so he will stay at his parents' house. Oh, I see. Recently, Aaron has been cold, but apparently he fell in love with me again after seeing how popular I was yesterday. He said he will have a celebration for yesterday. Well, leaving that aside, I saw you for the first time yesterday, but your skin is beautiful. For being in your 30s. Is that supposed to be a compliment? Of course it is. But your hands were dry and crusty. You need to moisturize them more. Otherwise, Aaron will be turned off. The skin tends to get dry, especially in this season. But I will take care of them from now on. Thanks for the advice. Well, it's understandable for them to get dry and crusty since your place is so big and you have many places to clean. But I should also be careful from now on too. What do you mean by that? Well, because I will be living there soon. In this house? Uh-huh. I've decided to live in that house when I marry Aaron. When I visited yesterday, I found out that he lives in a high-rise and the room interior was lovely. So I decided to live there. I did all the decoration. You have good taste. But I'm sure you bought everything with Aaron's money, right? And you just chose them. Make sure you leave them behind when you move out. Oh, and Aaron and I will be on a trip from next week. This will be a good practice for you to live alone. You know, because you'll be divorced soon. Even though Aaron said he wouldn't cheat anymore, I was filled with anger towards him for continuing with his affair. And Lauren, who is even trying to take away our house, really ticked me off. So I decided to come up with a plan while they're on their trip. A few days later. Hi there! How's it going? We're loving our trip. Aaron and I are having a great time together. How is your life as a single person? Well, you'll be living as a single person from now on since the divorce is coming up soon. I'm glad to hear you're enjoying yourself. Oh, and Aaron told me that you guys finally made the decision to divorce. Thank you, although it could have happened sooner. I hope you're ready to be claimed for compensation. Yeah, that's fine. Nothing can get to me as long as I have Aaron on my side. Well, okay then. But it took you long enough to get a divorce. You're an adult, so you have to become more independent. This is all happening because you relied too much on your husband. Well, I hope you're ready to face what's to come. Huh? Are you trying to act all tough because you were dumped? First, the house. It's in my name because I bought it before we got married. But that's a lot of money. Well, I'm just a housewife now, but I used to work for T Corporation and my parents are wealthy too. T Corporation? You mean that company that has the hardest interview process? Uh-huh. They said about only 1 in 300 people got hired at my time. And the salary's pretty good, right? That's right. Besides, I'm not just a housewife right now. Aaron told me he wanted me to stay home, so I call myself a housewife, but I actually work as a day trader. I make way more than Aaron, you know. What? So you mean you make more than $500,000 a year? Aaron doesn't make that much. You should know that because you work for the same company even if you're in a different department. I think he only makes about $100K. Are you serious? Well, he must have a side job or something, right? Otherwise, he wouldn't be able to afford luxury brands. Well, that's because he has a joint card. He can't afford it with his income, but it's okay because I get to see the statement. I'll show this statement to my lawyer too. No, but I'm happy just being with Aaron. His income is much lower than expected, but the bosses seem to like him, so I'm sure he'll get promoted. If you're okay with it, then it's fine. When you guys return from your trip, we'll file for divorce, so please come back soon. Why did your attitude change so suddenly? Do you really want to get divorced that quickly? Well, I guess we'll come back soon. After signing the divorce papers in front of Aaron, who looked embarrassed, and Lauren, who was radiating happiness, I happily submitted them to the city office. Lauren, who couldn't get the house, seemed to have rented a room with a considerably high rent. Although it would be a lie to say that I had no lingering feelings for Aaron, compared to the painful life I had while suffering from his infidelity, my life as a single person was quite comfortable and happy. Until I received a call from Lauren, that is. Missed call. Please pick up the phone for a moment. What's going on? Why are you so frantic? I've divorced Aaron, and you two are supposed to have a happy married life, right? Well, he got fired from his job. Actually, I got fired too. We spent a lot of money during our honeymoon, and the rent for this room... Do you have any idea why? Well, the trip we took the other day... I checked, and even though Aaron was supposed to be there for work, he upgraded the room and everything. How do you know that? I can see his credit card statement, and his trip wasn't the cause of his unemployment. It seems like you two have been hanging out in various places during work hours on a regular basis. When I checked the statement in detail, it was actually shocking. But why did you contact the company? I exchanged the contact information with the superiors at the party we had at our place. Why did you do that? At that time, I thought they might be of help since they were his superiors, but I just used it to my advantage this time. He's not my husband anymore. That's terrible. Excuse me? Do you realize that you're the one who did something terrible? You not only went after a married man, but also provoked his wife. Well, that's true, but I never thought he would lose his job. Good luck with your job hunting. Wait, there's still something I want to ask. Has Aaron come over there? Aaron? There's no way my divorced husband would come here. But he hasn't come home for 2 days without any contact. We're still newlyweds, you know. Photo sent. What is this picture? I was surprised too, but it seems like Aaron was cheating not only with you, but with other women too. Why would you take such pictures? I thought I would tell you that your husband is cheating on you. I said the same thing to you before. Oh, you remember. Do you understand my feelings now? I don't think you can just think of divorce right away with all the shock and anger and various emotions welling up, huh? I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. He seems to have a tendency to cheat, so he'll probably continue to cheat in the future. I feel lucky to be able to break up with such a man. It's all thanks to you. By the way, both of these photos are of married women, so you should be careful. Married women? Then maybe there will be a claim for damages. Most likely. Good luck. Oh, and don't forget about mine too. Please, I have no job and no savings, and I can't contact Aaron. I can't pay the money. Please, I'll do anything. Can you wait a little longer? When you talked to me about divorce, you seemed quite confident about paying damages. The situation has changed since then. Whether you can pay or not, that's not my concern. I have suffered more than that, so please pay for your sins. You can sell things in your house, borrow money, work for daily pay, do whatever you can, right? But selling my precious designer brand items, that's too much. I apologize, so please allow me to keep my branded items. Selling them is just one means. You can do whatever you want as long as you pay properly. You destroyed someone else's family after all. As long as you can prepare the money, I'll be satisfied. Oh, by the way, I'm going back to T Corporation for work. I'm really looking forward to returning now. What? Back to T Corporation? Please, I'll give Aaron back to you. I'll even apologize on my knees. Please forgive me. I don't need you to give him back. And I don't need you to apologize on your knees either. I just want the damages, please. Epilogue. When Lauren confronted Aaron, who had come back unexpectedly, she found out that he had been cheating on her with 5 other women. He hadn't come home because he had been caught by one of his affair partner's husbands, and they had been discussing what to do next. Lauren had wanted to divorce him, but Aaron had begged her. The two of them had sold most of their possessions, worked part-time jobs, and moved to an apartment without a bath or toilet. Lauren is now keeping a close eye on Aaron to prevent him from cheating again, but it's difficult for a cheater to turn over a new leaf. I have returned to work, and now I am enjoying my days filled with work and hobbies.